Good morning, Upper School. I want to take a moment to give a few shout outs today. I'd like to shout out all those of you who have been really consistently putting forth effort and getting out all of your assignments since we have been apart. Especially, I want to shout out Max, Deja, Lola, Mercedes, and Aaliyah. These are some of the students who come to mind who, from the very beginning, have been turning in every single assignment, making sure that it's fully complete, and then reaching out and asking for help if they need it. In the last couple of weeks, I've seen a huge number of you continue to add to that list of individuals doing work every single day, making sure their assignments are done completely. So I can't wait until next week when I get to give even more shout outs for really, really exemplary, stellar work from home. You guys are doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of how hard you are all working, and I can't wait to see you in person again soon.
Hello, St. James School. For your social skill today, I would like to remind you a little bit about the brain chemistry that we have studied together in social skills classes over the past few years. Now, as we know, there are many different parts of our brains that serve different functions and have different features that we need to survive and to lead happy and healthy lives. One of the features of our brains is that they work with our body together to release hormones that make us feel different things. One of the hormones that we've talked about, which I will demonstrate with my hand here, is called cortisol. Now, cortisol is a stress hormone, and it doesn't always link up to when you're sitting there and being like, oh, I have so much homework, I'm so stressed. But it could also be stress put on your body and mind from change of activity, change of settings, and for us right now, a total change of lifestyle, right? So your brain releases cortisol when you are feeling those moments of stress. And I try to picture it like a little pond, and the cortisol floods your brain pond and takes over. We want to get rid of this cortisol to make ourselves feel better, to feel positive, happy, and healthy. And so one of the ways to do that is to release serotonin or to release endorphins. Now, what I consider this to be like is that if this is your cortisol, this could be serotonin like Pac-Man, and it literally comes and eats the cortisol and clears your mind and gives you a better chance to be happy and healthy. Ways to release serotonin. One, just like smile. Right. You can just look at something funny. You can watch a funny video. You can just sit and be like, all right, I'm going to make myself smile for 10 seconds. And it will start that process of releasing serotonin. Complimenting other people and hearing and saying positive things also can help with that release. Now, my favorite way to get rid of my cortisol lately is with another Pac-Man option in your brain, which is endorphins. Endorphins are something that you can get from exercise. So I find at the end of the day, I'm pretty cranky. I don't want to do anything. I'm ready to just chill. And what I do instead is I go and I try to move my body and exercise for anything between 15 and 60 minutes. When you do that and you move your body, walking, doing jumping jacks, doing push-ups, picking up your little brother and sister over and over again, that endorphin is going to be released. It's going to go to battle against your cortisol, and it's going to decrease your stress. So what I want you to try this week is control your brain. Release some endorphins and release some serotonin and see if you can get that cortisol to take a back seat. Good luck, St. James.
Good afternoon, St. James School. For our video of the week, I have chosen a very short video. It's a little animated clip about the way that our mothers care for us. And as we know, it is Mother's Day this weekend, so be sure to do something sweet for your mom because they do so much for us and we love them so much. As always, St. James, we miss you and we look forward to seeing you at the table, and I hope that you're all doing well.
Hello, Upper School. Your high school of the week is Crystal Ray Philadelphia High School. They moved into a brand new building this year and are now located at 17th and Allegheny, which is not too far from St. James. They're an affordable college prep Catholic high school for students of all faiths in grades 9 through 12, and 100% of their graduates have been admitted to four-year colleges. Have you ever wondered why you've seen Crystal Ray students working at St. James? Well, this is a unique feature of their school, the internship program. Every student gets matched with a business where they can work and gain experience. The money that they earn on the job goes towards funding their education. Also, just like we support our graduates through high school, Crystal Ray supports their graduates now through college. We have a number of 8th graders who will be attending Crystal Ray in the fall. Wondering who they are? Well, hold on to that excitement and look forward to the high school draft and the announcements. Thank you, Upper School. Have a great day.
Hello, Upper School. I'm here to tell you about your Saint of the Week. Father Kellner recommended Saint Julian of Norwich. Let me tell you a little bit about her. First, we don't know her name. It just so happens that she lived cloistered at St. Julian's Church in Norwich, England. So her name has been lost, but she's called St. Julian of Norwich. She spent most of her life living in a cell, and people brought her food, and she would spend time in that cell writing and praying. When she was in her 30s, she almost died. But while she was on her deathbed, she had visions of Christ. And when she came out of that illness, that's when she really dedicated herself to prayer and to writing. Speaking of writing, she wrote the earliest surviving book in English that was written by a woman. It's called Revelations of Divine Love. She was born in 1343 and she lived for 74 years. If you have more questions about St. Julian of Norwich, please see Father Kellner. Bye, Upper School.
Good afternoon, St. James. This is Mr. McDonough with 3 announcements for you. Number 1, the letter S. S stands for schedule. Are you finding yourself on a schedule so you can get all your work done? It also stands for sleep. Are you getting your 9 hours of sleep every night at nighttime? It also stands for social emotional health. Are you doing everything you can to take care of your brain and your mental health? And finally, it stands for screen time. Are you balancing the amount of time you're spending on your screen with picking up a book and doing some reading, or some cooking, or playing a good old-fashioned board game, or giving someone a hug? Announcement number 2. There's lots of cool videos this week on the St. James North Philadelphia YouTube channel, including, it's Thursday morning, including a PE activity from Mr. Sloan and Miss Cabrera, including some ELA lessons, including a song from Miss Stewart and Miss Brake, and lots of other fun stuff. And announcement number 3, please continue to be safe. Many parts of our country are starting to loosen restrictions about space. Please, here in Philadelphia, it's still very important that we wear a mask outside, that we stay 6 feet social distancing at all times, and just be really, really safe. We miss you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, St. James.